What's up, young bucks, old goats? I got Tank here with me.
What's up?
And we got a lot to talk about. The Marlins just made the playoffs. Fourth time in team history. We had that COVID year. I notice how nobody counts that shit. Like, they're like, always put the asterisk on that shit.
Yeah.
I count it. Fuck it. For the Marlins, I count it. They made it. But third time legitimately, if you don't want to count it. They fought. That's fucking awesome, dude. They did it with a couple games to spare, and I believe we'll check the schedule later. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I think it's the Brewers that they're going to end up playing.
Is it third time Miami Marlins or all time?
Second time for Miami because they did the COVID one, and then the other two were Florida Marlins, 97 and 03. Yeah.
In 03, they made it to the final and lost?
No, they won.
In 97, they won?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, both times wild card, both times they won. In the COVID year, they won the first series. I don't know if it was even a series or a game at that point because they used to do just one game at one point. They won that, and then they lost, I think, against Atlanta.
They used to do like a one wild card game, right?
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah. I don't know if that 2020 that had already changed it or not. I'm not sure. But there's a lot of stuff going on. The Canelo fight's coming up. We're going to give you updates on the Canelo fight while that's happening. We're going to talk a little bit about college football. We're going to do a little Inter Miami. Is there some controversy going on amongst the fans at least?
Yeah, I think amongst fans.
Okay, we'll talk about that. By the way, the Marlins are holding up a tradition right now with all the as we're watching Alabama trying to beat Mississippi State. They're up 17-10 right now. The Marlins are holding up a Miami tradition, and this is now the fifth in a row if they do it. I'm not saying they're going to get to the World Series, but every team that's played before them has gotten to the final. Inter Miami's gone to two out of two finals.
Yeah.
The previous finals were the Heat and the Panthers. So every Miami team has been getting to the finals. Inter won one of them. Of course, the Heat lost one, and the Panthers lost one, and Inter lost the other one. Messi couldn't play. Alba couldn't play against who was it that they lost that to? Houston. But still, every team's making it to the finals. So let's see. Can the Marlins do that?
And the Dolphins.
Let's not get crazy. We'll talk about the Dolphins, man. 70 points.
Yeah.
Everybody's flying high on the Dolphins. We're going to get to them and the NFL picks. And then, while we talk about the NFL, we're going to talk about Chandler Jones, who was just released by the Raiders. Just some crazy, crazy stuff going on.
He was released by the Raiders.
Yeah, not from prison.
Oh, that's
Oh, you thought it was from jail?
Yes. I was like, they don't release people on the weekend.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about NFL teams.
Not that I would know.
Yeah. I sent you a text saying he was released. You assumed from jail. No, the Raiders have released him.
Okay.
Not sure if he got released from jail because he was arrested. He's saying some crazy stuff. And then we're going to check out like some of the craziest people in the NFL all time. You know what? I'm going to put the Canelo fight here. Let's just do the Inter Miami real quick while I'm trying to get the fight on the big screen here. What's going on in Inter Miami? And they are playing tonight.
They were 0-0 at the 68 a few minutes ago. I don't know where they're at now.
So that game's,
let me give you the live.
That game's probably winding down.
Yeah. They're tied 1-1 at the 90.
Oh, wow. They just scored both those goals.
Yeah, actually, in the 77, New York scored, and then at the 90 plus 8.
Oh, my
plus 6,
God.
Joseph Martinez scored the
wow, dude.
The tie.
That's a miracle.
Yeah.
So that's going to end up like that.
Yeah. So Messi hasn't played. He didn't play this game. He didn't play the final against Houston. He didn't play against Orlando. Orlando City, the league game.
Because they were saying for the final, maybe he plays because it's a final.
Yeah,
you know.
I thought he was going to play in the final because it was final.
Yeah.
He came out at the 37th minute, the last game.
Which was the first game that he played since he came back from Argentina?
Yeah.
Okay.
allegedly due to fatigue, is what I think Tata Martino said. So we assumed he would be back for the Houston final game, but he wasn't. And I heard he was injured. Um,
He has an injury, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
but I don't think it's being they're being clear about it. Inter
No,
Miami,
they don't have rules like the NFL where they have to disclose.
Alabama just scored a touchdown.
Okay, so they're getting this a little more under control.
Yeah,
I don't know what the quarter time is.
second quarter, 1 minute.
And what sucks about that is for fans paying those ticket
Right,
prices.
and that's the whole dilemma. I think people are feeling scammed. They're not saying that he's, and I think you don't find out the roster till the day of.
We're a minute away from halftime. Alabama's up 24-10 Mississippi State.
So they get to the game or the day of the game. Once they already have the ticket because they buy it in advance, then they find out he's not on the squad.
Yeah, and those tickets are like starting at hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, 200 minimum, I'd say, like on Ticketmaster and whatnot.
All right. We're watching the Showtime pay-per-view in the background here, which is main event Canelo versus Charlo. Jermell Charlo, right? Not the other Charlo, his twin. And I think this is the next fight, Jesus Ramo, Eric Lubin. So, dude, to be fair, they got to start. But even so, people are buying those tickets in advance. It's an injury. It happens.
Yeah.
I guess people would like to know.
Yeah, just be clear about it,
Let people know. I mean, the NFL, they kind of have rules about that where they, leading up into the game, you got to declare. Well, leading up into the game, people are questionable, doubtful, out, probable. That's like during the week. We already kind of have an idea. But I don't know if there's not really that many sports where people go to watch one guy, like Jordan, LeBron. Maybe when a guy's pitching. Maybe when a guy's pitching,
Ohtani.
Yeah, or Kershaw's pitching or something like that. People want to go see that specific guy. In football, I don't.
It's hard, yeah.
Does that really happen? I don't know. Maybe people wanted to see Tom Brady.
Yeah, I was thinking Brady.
I assume this is the co-main event or pre-main event that they're about to kick off here.
What about Bo?
Bo Jackson?
Yeah.
Bo Jackson was like almost like a myth, dude. It almost feels like it wasn't real. Like all happened so fast. I'm sure people would go, but I don't. It was.
He didn't play a lot of seasons, right?
I think it's like five years, something like that. And he used to play baseball first, and then when he finished baseball, go play football. So yeah, that kind of sucks. So and they just look like a different team when that guy's not there, man. Like, they don't know what they want to do.
They've pulled it off, but with Alba and when they played what team was it? Well, obviously when they played Toronto, they won 4-0, but Toronto's on the bottom.
Without
under Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
And
today was New York, not the Red Bulls, the other New York
FC,
team.
yeah. New York FC.
Jesus Ramos, 20-0, 16 KOs out of Casa Grande, Arizona.
22 years old.
And where are these fights? Is this Vegas? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it didn't look like the MGM. I mean, the Madison Square just now. It looked a little smaller.
All right, so we'll wait. We'll wait for this fight, and then Canelo will be next. We'll stay on the air to the end of the Canelo fight, at least. And in between, we got some other
3
stuff.
Mexicans.
3?
Well, yeah, him, the guy before that just fought, and then Canelo.
Yeah, Mexican heavy. I'm not sure who's promoting this. I assume Al Heyman, since I saw his boy in the ring. All right, that fight's about to start. All right, let's jump to the Dolphins for a minute. 70 points. They did Bukkake on the on the Broncos. I went away from that game. I was watching and it was like 40 or something, and I went to
I stopped at the 56 and then had to come back when I saw.
yeah, I had to come back because I would go to red zone, and then at one point he was saying the Dolphins with 69 points. I guess that was before they made the extra point. I was like, what? I was just in the game. They had just scored one and made it like 56 or some shit.
Yeah.
And they were just going off, dude. I never seen anything like that.
Well, the last time was in '66.
Yeah.
We weren't even alive.
Yeah. I mean, even for college football, that's a fucking lot of points, dude. You'll see that shit in college football every once in a while. I guess they have the most points in the Super Bowl era. I would have said go for the for the extra point.
Sure, man.
I mean the field goal. Break the record.
They had the chance to do it.
Humble. He's talking about being humble, not embarrassing some.
Dude.
You just put up 70 on them, bro. You had Mike White throwing a bomb to a fucking guy that was on the practice squad last week. There's no.
We were being humble.
No, that's it. That guy was talking shit about Tua, Peyton.
Yeah.
He was talking shit about. Who else was he talking shit about? Was he talking shit about McDaniel? I don't know if he was talking shit about McDaniel. He's definitely talking shit about Tua. I don't like that guy anyways. Back from his fucking New Orleans days. Fuck that guy.
He talked shit about Russell Wilson.
He talked shit about his own guys.
Just stop kissing babies.
Yeah. I don't care. 70, 73.
We should have gone forward.
Fuck it. This is a long suffering fan base.
Yeah, give us something.
Throw them a fucking bone. Something else we can say in an argument when people start talking shit. Let us have it, bro.
Undefeated. 70.
Only undefeated team. Most points ever in NFL history. Give us that. Now, people start to get crazy now.
Oh,
MVP,
sure.
Super Bowl, undefeated. I've heard it all. Pump the brakes, bro. Pump the brakes. I seen the Miami Miracle, and then we shit ourselves and didn't make the playoffs. I seen all kinds of shit. This is just going to be a cute little story. If we can't go to Buffalo tomorrow, where we haven't won, I want to say since like 2016 or something like that. We're 1-9 the last 10 games against Buffalo. Yes, we beat them last year at home. Other than that, we've lost 9 in a row. If this team is for real, if Tua's for real, now the season's not over if they lose tomorrow, obviously. It's early on. But if you are that monster that people think you are, tomorrow you win and you take control of the division. And then that sets you up for the 3-game stretch that I'm looking out for, which is Eagles on the road, Patriots. I call it the Patriot sandwich. It's Eagles on the road, Patriots at home, which, Tua's 5-0 against the Patriots. None of those games really, I don't think, have been super easy. Maybe one was, but Belichick's always tough, no matter what. He's going to play you tough. He's the only guy who's taken away Tyreek Hill this year.
Yeah.
I was shocked how open Tyreek Hill was in the Broncos game. So that's not going to be easy. And then you got to go to fucking Europe, which there is a game in Europe tomorrow. Jaguars Falcons.
Yes.
And I believe that's a Toy Story game. If you have little kids, they're going to show the game somehow. Yeah, in Toy Story form. I don't know how they're going to do that shit. It'll be interesting to see.
That's what I've been telling people, man. This game tomorrow is gonna really show us what we're gonna do this season.
That's a good fucking temperature check. How you doing? You pretty good? Oh no, you're not ready yet. Oh shit, you might be for real. I don't know. Could be for real.
Yeah.
We'll see.
For sure, it'll definitely show us.
Tua's little butt starts puckering up there like it usually does, and Josh Allen's running all over us like he usually does, and like that guy plays great against us, dude. He seems to have always great games. That's why he's.
Luckily, it's early too. We don't have to deal with all that fucking.
We're
snow.
taking away the cold. Yeah, we're not gonna be freezing. Take that away. Now it's not. You can't say it's that. Now's the time. Go up there, win that game any way you can. If you have to win it fucking 3-0, win it 3-0.
And Cox.
What's that?
Brian Cox.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Go up there, fucking.
Hell yeah. Go take care of business. Because I'm not ready to drink the Kool-Aid yet. We started off 3-0 last year, I remember that shit. I remember December where we couldn't win a game, and then Tua couldn't play in the end, and then we just barely beat the Jets, and then fuck man, we could almost beat the Bills with Skylar Thomas.
Yeah.
Skylar Thompson, we almost fucking beat the Bills up there. So it's time to start.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good tester. It's gonna let us know what we're gonna.
Great early season test. They passed the first test in San Diego. They passed another test in New England again, even though I know they have been beating them of late. Still,
but they were. They had some good fucking defense, man. We couldn't get that ball to Tyreek. So
Waddle stepped up.
Yeah.
He'll be back tomorrow.
Yes, he's cleared.
Yeah. And dude, we put those 70 points up without Waddle.
Yes.
That's crazy, dude. And
gotta give it to that run game, man.
Oh my god, dude. Well, I believe it's the most rushing yards ever in the history of the NFL. They did set a few records that game.
Yeah.
Most touchdowns, I think. 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I believe it was
something with the yards.
Most yards, most total yards ever. Yeah, rushing and passing. I think they rushed for like 350 yards or some crazy shit like that. The rookie Achan, which is how he wants it to be pronounced now.
Achan.
Yeah,
man.
What's that fucking forum where they fucking talk shit and do conspiracies? 4chan. 4chan. So he's Achan. He had over 200 yards.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns, was it?
Yeah,
him and Mostert.
And Mostert had 4 touchdowns, yeah. Between rushing and receiving. It was fucking crazy. So, let's see.
Who's our other running back? Ahmed.
He's out.
And Wilson Jr.
Mostert is the guy who's primarily carrying the ball for us. Yeah, that other guy's hurt too. And then we have another rookie that we kept, Brooks, I believe.
I think so.
He busted off like a fucking big ass run there at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, it ended up being like a 68-yard touchdown. Some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know if he ran it all the way in, but it was a long run. Yeah, next fight is Charlo and Canelo.
Who's that? Charlo and Charlo?
Yeah, Jermel and Jamal. They're twins.
Who's better?
I think this guy's the better of the two. The other guy, I believe he has a loss. Oh my god, he's sparring against fucking. Is that Hasbulla, dude, or what is that? It's a small guy. This guy's what weight class would you say this is? Ant weight or?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this. He's sparring against a little kid. This is a little unserious for you're taking your opponent a little lightly, right? He is a big, heavy favorite. I believe Charlo's like plus 400 underdog on this fight. I mean, it'd be crazy to bet against Canelo, but lately Canelo, he hasn't been the regular Canelo. I mean, he's beaten some okay guys, and then he lost that fight against Bivol.
Mm-hmm.
So one day he's gonna get to the end of his time, and that guy started boxing at a really, really young age. So it's probably not too far off his retirement.
It takes a toll.
Yeah, that's a lot of mileage already on that guy. So we'll see. It'll be a fucking huge upset if Charlo can pull it off. I think some people are underestimating. He didn't look good his last fight either. But we'll see. Should be interesting. All right, where should we head to now? Let's just show some college football scores real quick. I've been watching a lot of college football today. What's the big stories that I remember watching today? We'll just look at the scores. Can you make sure that I'm showing this on the screen here? Notre Dame Duke are in the fourth. Yeah. With Duke just barely ahead. Tennessee over South Carolina, 34-20. That's in the fourth. Alabama 31-10 over Mississippi State. That's at the half. All right, let's see what's memorable. Penn State unloaded on Northwestern as expected. This game was interesting. USC, Colorado. I believe USC was favored by like 22 or something crazy. And they put up like 50-something points a game. And Coach Prime. Are you tired of Coach Prime yet?
Nah, not really.
Not yet? All right. Because it seems like everything's Coach Prime or fucking Taylor Swift. Taylor Kelsey Swift. Swift Kelsey. Would it be Swift Kelsey or Kelsey Swift? Kelsey Swift, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm disappointed in Kelsey, dude. I saw a commercial of him and the fucking get your flu shot and your COVID vaccine at the same time. 2 things at once.
Wow. A twofer.
A little disappointed. Anyways, Coach Prime, they lost by 7, dude, to number 8 USC, who's a absolute juggernaut.
With a comeback.
They
almost got the comeback.
They were way down. I think they scored like the last 27 points in the game or something like that, or 20 at least. So, I think this guy's the defending Heisman winner, right? This Williams QB from USC.
Yeah.
Dude, the Gators suck, bro. They lost to Kentucky 33-14. They're terrible.
Are they 3-2?
Mm-hmm. Georgia squeaked by Auburn, number 1 Georgia, 27-20. Michigan blew out Nebraska, 45-7. Here's some of the other scores. Oh, look at that game.
Oh, that was a good game.
55-49, dude. That's a lot of offense. If you like offense, that was a good game.
Oh, look at Oregon, bro. Their defense is on fucking point.
Yeah, dude. These are the people who just blew out Coach Prime last week.
They might have been the same score, actually.
Yeah, it was something very similar.
Definitely 6. Oregon has given up 6 points in the last 2 games.
They didn't even.
12 points.
They scored 1 touchdown, right? Buffalo, or no? It was just 2 field goals?
No, 2 field goals.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of defense and a lot of offense, dude.
Yeah.
Because you're putting up points and you're not giving up shit.
Now.
We're in the 4th round in the super welterweight bout here that we're watching. Ramos versus Lubin. And after that is Canelo. Charlo. Oklahoma, 50 burger on Iowa State. I guess these are the main games here. And then there was some action Friday night. Oregon State over Utah, 21.
Yeah, Oregon's looking fucking tough, man.
Yeah. Ranked number 9. I'm assuming they're going to go up. I mean, Stanford is whatever, dude.
Hey, Miami's been playing good, right?
Yep. Miami's off this
back?
week. I'm not ready to drink that Kool-Aid yet. But look, that's another opportunity for another team to go to another final, dude. So who knows, bro? Could be a perfect storm of Miami, even though we lost out on Lane Dillard.
They have college football has like a final before the before the national championship, right? Like they do like the Rose Bowl. Is that like a championship or?
I'm not like the super college guy. I'm getting back into it this year. What they have is like some conferences have a championship, so like an ACC championship or SEC championship, and then they have a playoff system where I believe they put 8 teams in the playoffs, and then they have other bowl games that are not playoff games, which is kind of like a goal of a team to make it to a bowl game and play a bowl game, but that's not in the playoffs. And then I'm not sure if they've gone from 4 to 8 already. And then those bowls are like the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and they alternate the main game. I believe that's right, what I'm saying. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I think that's how they were working it nowadays. Check that. See how many playoffs are on there. How many?
I think Diamondbacks just clinched.
Oh yeah, there were.
With tonight's with the Reds losing, I think they clinched it 100.
Oh, behind us.
Yeah.
So those playoffs are probably in place.
So how many?
How many teams are in the college football playoffs in the 2023 season? And while we're talking about playoffs, this thing says Brewers TBD on Tuesday, but I think that TBD is the Marlins. And I think this TBD Phillies is probably the Diamondbacks. They don't really have this thing up to date with those results that just happened. Here we go. Let's see this CBS Sports 8 minutes ago. We got a sports-heavy show today. I guess everybody's clinched, and here they are. Braves, fucking juggernaut team, home field advantage throughout the playoffs. The Dodgers clinched the West, the Twins clinched the Central, and then in the AFC, Orioles, home field throughout. Rays clinched wild card spot. Brewers clinched Central. Phillies, Marlins, Diamondbacks clinched the National. Rangers clinched a playoff spot. They don't know if it's going to be their division yet or a wild card. That's going down. Blue Jays wild card spot. So it's Rangers, Rangers, Astros are figuring out.
Oh, the Astros might be out?
Yeah.
Thank God. It says the playoff will expand 12 teams, beginning with the 24 season.
So they're probably
will be
a
4-team.
Oh, they're making the jump straight from 4 to 12?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were doing 8 in between. This year's 4?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. So that's kind of how it works.
I think down there was like the series.
Oh, we gotta go fucking play the Phillies? Okay, none of this stuff's final. If the season ended today,
it's not final.
I don't know.
Yeah, because we could play the Braves also.
I thought we were playing the Brewers. Oh, I guess since we clinched ahead of the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Okay, because we were always on the verge of clinching the last spot. I guess we jumped up to the 5th spot, and we're gonna go.
We'd rather play the Phillies though.
Play the Phillies. I don't know, dude. I think the Phillies historically, I know it doesn't mean anything this year, have always been like a thorn in our fucking side. That looked like a low blow.
Yeah.
All right, so that's some action, some playoff action with the Marlins. All right, dude. Chandler Jones.
Brother of John Jones, which I did not know.
I had forgotten about that. I had heard about that one time. Yeah, UFC.
I think he's fighting.
He's coming
soon,
up. Yeah. He's the champ, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think that guy's. I think he only lost one fight in his career, and it was a disqualification. Yeah, I've forgotten. So this is his brother, Chandler Jones, former Patriot, former Cardinal, current Raider, Josh McDaniels.
Gator.
Chandler Jones was a Gator?
Yeah, didn't he? Yeah, he played there with Aaron Hernandez, no?
No, they played on the Patriots together.
On the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't think he was a Gator. But yeah, he was making some outlandish claims. Like that Josh McDaniels had something to do with Aaron Hernandez's death. He claimed Mark Davis was a racist, like all kinds of stuff he was putting out there. One of the people he looks up to is Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was supposedly,
What a guy.
Yeah. I guess last guy you want going up to help you.
You can see why.
Yeah. I started looking into him a little bit more. Then he had another issue in New England where he showed up to a police station and he was praying on his knees in front of the police station, and then he couldn't really explain why. And it's just insane, dude.
Oh, I thought that was from now.
No, that's an old issue from when he was a Patriot. And I think Belichick,
after that,
Belichick always gets rid of people right on time, dude. Like when you start seeing erratic, like Aaron Hernandez, I think like the cop knocked on his door, Belichick was already fucking cutting him. They got rid of that guy real quick.
They're both undisputed champs?
Yeah.
Oh, separate years.
Separate weight divisions too,
because
I believe Charlo's going up for this fight in weight.
So did Canelo lose his belts to Bivol?
No, because Canelo went up in weight to fight him. So his belts weren't on the line for that fight, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So then we started to think about like all-time other crazy people. Which, by the way, Chandler Jones did like this was all on an Instagram live, and he started talking stuff about the Illuminati and
Crying.
yeah. At one point he was crying. That's when he started talking about the Josh McDaniels. Had Aaron Hernandez killed his twin, he called him. Chico. Yeah, which is my dog's name. Which, God damn it. My dog's Aaron Hernandez. So it got us to thinking about other kind of wacky, unstable people. Of course, Antonio Brown is one of them. There's been many.
I said Canseco. Canseco got a little crazy too, right? Maybe all those rules he started to do after.
Canseco got crazier and crazier after his retirement.
Yes.
Starting
he
with
have nothing to do.
Yeah, starting with his books. But the thing about his books was he didn't lie in his books. Like everybody that he said did steroids was fucking doing steroids.
Oh, he said that, and then they followed up with that, right? And they caught a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's a snitch, is what we called him.
Yeah, definitely a snitch. Not a liar, though.
No.
Because they can't accuse him of that. But yeah, of course, he violated, those locker room codes and shit like that. But they also, before he did all that shit, they kind of blackballed him, dude. They couldn't get a job. He was still hitting for power at the end of his career. I don't know if they saw that whole steroid debacle coming, and then, of course, we have social media now, internet. It's so easy for us to find out somebody's crazy. All they got to do is a couple Instagram lives, and we know how crazy they are.
You remember he was going to do like a celebrity boxing?
He did one. He got fucked up.
I think he tried to get his he has a twin brother. I think he tried to get him to fight the fight instead of him.
That could be. I wouldn't put anything past him.
I think so.
I know for autograph shows, he would do that. He would do like signings, and then his brother would go in his place, Ozzy Canseco, who had a cup of coffee with the A's and the Cardinals maybe in the 90s.
Is he roided out like him too, or?
He was never quite as cartoony as Jose was, but I'm sure he was juiced too. They were all juicing at that time. We're finishing up round 6 of the undercard fight here.
When did he finish? Late 90s?
Canseco?
Yeah. Early 2000s?
Canseco, no, he was in the early 2000s because I believe he was on the roster when the Marlins beat the Yankees in the playoffs for the Yankees. But I'm not sure. Fact check me on that.
So he got a ring.
Oh, he won a ring with Oakland for sure. They went to 3 straight World Series and they won one. They won the earthquake series with San Francisco Giants that they had to interrupt it in the middle because a giant earthquake happened in the middle of the series.
I heard of that.
Yeah, that was 1989. The year before that, they lost to the Dodgers and Hershiser. And then the year after that, they lost to the Cincinnati Reds. That Oakland team was nasty, dude. McGuire, Canseco, Ricky Henderson, Dave Stewart, Dennis Eckersley, Dave Parker, Dave Henderson, Carney Lansford. That's his last year? Okay, so he was not on that Marlins year roster, but he was in those like 98 Yankee teams, but they didn't put him on the playoff roster a lot, at least once or twice in that year.
85 to 01. He has 2 rings, the 89 and 2000 with the Rays.
With the Rays?
Yeah, 89.
Well, the Rays didn't win in 2000. With the Yankees, you mean?
Oh, yeah. He left from the Rays, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Rays, he had a stopover in the Rays. Dude, that person looks really weird with the pink outfit. Watch when the camera changes. Are they wearing a veil or something like that? No, it's a shadow. Okay. Look weird, dude. She's the judge, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm assuming she's the judge.
Yeah. If she's a judge, she's not really paying that much attention.
I feel like there's been a lot of back of the head hits in this.
I'm not really paying that much attention, to be honest. So, back to the crazy people. There's the Lyle Alzaados, O.J. Simpson.
Oh, OJ, yeah.
But again, like you watch these people, you didn't know they were crazy. He ended up being a murderer. But like,
And crazy.
yeah, people loved him. There's more of those in there if you want. You know, he was a commentator, you know, for the NFL and movies, and then later he ends up being a murderer.
Well, he's not a murderer. Wasn't convicted.
I think we know. At least to quit. I think we know.
If he did it, he would have done it like the way he said in his book.
He's talked a lot of shit.
Shit's so crazy, huh?
Yeah, which is kind of. I'm getting ahead of myself. Next, we're going to go to another murder after this, Tupac. But to finish off the crazy NFL people, who else do we have? Dolphins had a couple. They had a guy named Cecil the Diesel Collins, running back, was supposed to be real good, high draft pick for us. I think he got released from jail. He got a bunch of years for breaking into his neighbor's house, and he was watching the girl sleep.
Oh, yeah, like fucking like 20 years, right? Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Raiders had a couple too.
Oh, my God. The Raiders are like the
facility.
That's like the team you go to if
asylum.
For many years. Now, I don't think that they do it on purpose. I don't know about back in the day, but they would always be like the rehabilitation for like any fuck up in the league, that needed a second chance.
Oh, actually?
They would like Tarantino's known for bringing actors in a comeback role to a lot of his. The Raiders were known for bringing guys who had been great at one time and had to make a comeback. Hell, Jim Brown almost made a comeback with them. Lyle Alzaados. They would always bring back these kind of reclamation projects with some success at times. But, I mean, Henry.
Hey, Antonio Brown went to the Raiders, right?
He was a Raider. Ruggs was a Raider.
Well,
that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was crazy, but they just seem to also have a lot of those type of bad things. The guy who went AWOL in the Super Bowl for them, I think Barrett Robbins, I believe was the guy's name, the lineman.
Yeah.
He went AWOL, and they couldn't find him for the Super Bowl, and he was just off his meds and just.
He showed up at a Special Olympics event.
But was that at the same time, or was that later?
No, I think it said like that was the next time that they saw him.
Because he was jailed that weekend, that Super Bowl weekend, or the day after. I mean, Pac-Man was fucking crazy, for sure. He had a lot of fucking problems. There was a guy that was a Niner and a Cowboy, Alden Smith, is that his name? Alonzo Spellman was another one. A lot of these guys had like medical, like bipolar and stuff like that. I'm sure there's some CTE mixed in with a lot of these guys, and it's crazy how some coaches. Well, Aaron Hernandez, that's another one. There's a lot of crazy people in that fucking Gator team. Even Tim Tebow was fucking crazy in a different way.
Man of the clock.
I don't know, dude. That guy was giving circumcisions. That's kind of weird, dude.
In Africa, though. He was helping out.
Wherever it was, dude. Kind of weird. Let the doctors handle that, bro. Let the doctors fucking do that shit. Percy Harvin was another one they had. That guy said he was high every single game he played.
Like the pitcher.
Doc Ellis?
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy said he was on LSD and threw a no-hitter. I don't know, dude. I think these guys like to fucking talk a little shit sometimes about it, Like, what is that? Like, I'm so good. I did this while I was fucking high all the time. I don't know.
A no-hitter. It couldn't be... he couldn't have just won a game. It had to be a no-hitter.
Yeah. He didn't fucking give up 10 runs and say I was high. Nobody ever does that, right?
No.
That's never happened. Nobody's ever said, fuck, dude, you know what happened here? I was fucking high, dude. That's why I fucking had the error. That's why I got knocked out. That's why I fumbled.
You know Data 5000? He fucking was nice. Red Mohawk. One of the last
in
fights.
backyard shit? Or
No, they did fight in backyard, but then in the UFC.
oh, really?
Yeah.
But what's the guy's real name?
I don't know his daughter.
Okay.
He's from Perrine. I see him sometimes in Home Depot.
Oh, really?
And I'm sure you remember the fight. You haven't seen it. They were very slow and sluggish, and
I mean, Kimbo was not very good in the UFC. He
Nah.
didn't have.
I think Kimbo ended up winning, but and then he died shortly after that.
Kimbo?
Yeah, Dada like lost, but he was like tired. Dada was not ready for that, man. I talked to him in Home Depot one time, and I asked him about the fight. He's like, "Nah, man." He's like, "They put something in my water, man." He's like, "You see it? They didn't want to let me drink my own water."
There's always a reason. And then, of course, when you win, a lot of people have. What reason do a lot of people have? Or who's the first person they thank when a lot of guys win?
Their mom.
No. Yeah, that's even more insulting.
Justin Bieber one time thanked Jesus and God.
Most people will thank God, when they win. Nobody puts it on God when they lost, dude. Nobody's like,
thank God.
Dude, God wasn't on my side today,
The devil. Oh, I guess this is the next month. Oh no, October 14th.
No, they're
next week.
Zoo Mendoza. This is one of Costa Zoo's sons, who was a pretty good boxer back in the day. He has a brother that fights too. I think they're both undefeated.
You guys are like featherweights. Right?
Yeah, I don't know if these guys are whatever below welterweight is. But yeah. A lot of people say hi, Mom. And then I think Bill Cosby had a bit about this, that like nobody ever thanks Dad. Dad's the one that takes you to the games, pitches with you, practices with you, all this shit. And then like you make it, and then you say hi, Mom, when you make it. You're like, fuck, what about me, dude? I'm the one that fucking did all those hours of work.
Yeah, you really want to be listening to Bill Cosby
Mm.
though? The motherfucker got released. I think he's not doing anything. Like I think he got like cleared.
For real?
For lack of evidence or some shit.
Watch out, ladies.
Yes.
Don't ever take a drink from Bill Cosby or anybody for that
Cardi
matter.
B.
Yeah, get it right from the bartender. Cardi B drugs people up too?
She used to, yeah.
Guys or girls?
Men.
Well, she can,
drug me.
Yeah, bro.
I'll take a drink from her.
Hell yeah. We don't even need to do that.
That lady's been standing up the whole fight, that judge.
Yeah, she's intently watching,
Yeah.
scoring the fight. She's already been paid for who's supposed to win anyways. I don't know why she's pretending to be looking so... Boxing's so dirty, dude. So who else is crazy? It's the
easiest one to rig, right?
Oh, yeah. Just need one judge or two judges, one boxer, one promoter, one corner man.
One ref.
So easy. Oh, ref? Yeah, you can go a bunch of ways. And then you could double down by, hey, I got a ref and a judge. I got a boxer and a ref. I got a boxer and a judge. Like all kinds of crazy shit, dude. There's so many stories. So many boxing stories. I still like it because it's like fucking,
Gladiator.
It's gladiator style. It's rags to riches. Like none of these guys are like, sons of a well-off family. Like this is a way that these guys found out, and they made it here.
Speaking of that,
and they're saving their families and they're making money.
Masvidal started his that bare knuckle.
Yeah, dude, I haven't watched any.
Me neither, but I want to. Sounds good.
Yeah, I would like to watch it. I wonder if they're like fast knockouts or like there's a lot of hand breaking and shit like that. Shit, this guy's getting some good shots.
I'm sure. I was used to Rogan. Rogan had Eddie Bravo. They were talking about.
Shout out to my boy Eddie Bravo.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Who would you say is winning this fight, by the way?
I think Ramos is winning.
Really?
I think that he had like a little stunner.
Nobody's gone down though, right?
No. A lot of sizing up, no real major. But I think I did. I don't know. I'm not sure who it was, but somebody was like the clear winner in the, that little card. The cards.
Oh yeah, when they showed the scores.
Yeah, one of them had a 10-1 and the rest 9s.
All right. I'm trying to think of other crazy fucks. The Dolphins had a guy who went crazy at the airport, Devon Best, later, after he played here too. And I believe there's always like gun stories with people, drug stories. There's that guy who was a raider, I believe, who got into that Yahweh Ben Yahweh stuff and killed people.
Oh,
They
yeah,
had to kill,
here in Coconut Grove.
Yeah, they had to kill white devils or something like
The
that.
White Devils, yeah. Random White Devils.
Yeah, I can't remember that guy's name.
Which later he changed his name. What about other sports? Ron Artest. That guy went crazy.
Yeah, a lot of these are like mental health issues. Well, yeah, the Malice in the Palace, and then, dude, did you ever see the elbow he threw on James Harden? Dude,
like swinging the ball?
Like he went, ball! He just elbowed him, dude. It was like Harden was a young player at the time.
Not a world peace.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy just had emotional problems and stuff.
Was Rodman crazy?
Yeah, but he was more of like a playful, crazy guy. Like he liked to go out and party, you know, it would be hungover, doing drugs with hot chick. Probably fun to hang out with him.
Yeah.
You know? These boys with this fucking Rocket Man, fucking Korea.
Yeah.
He's just kind of off the wall, kind of crazy guy. But fucking baller, bro. When it fucking came game time, dude, that guy was fucking throwing himself all over the field, fucking guarding.
Like Ben Simmons, 0 points.
Yeah, but Rumble was trying to score. He'd have like 20 rebounds.
Yeah, like 30 rebounds.
Yeah. And he was very good defender. And then he'd like score some opportunistic baskets when they would leave him alone. Early in his career, he would score a lot more.
I wouldn't say. I was going to say, did he have a triple-double without scoring points?
No, probably not.
No, right?
But that guy.
Rebounds, blocks, and steals, it would have to be, right?
The Worm, for a time, elite rebounder, great team player, you know. Other than
the card. Yeah, Ramos is.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in control. If Lubin doesn't get a knockout here in the next 3 rounds, and they're starting round 10 right now, it's going to be a decision. Yeah, Rodman was great, man. Crazy, but on the field, great.
I'm trying to think of any recent. I don't know. Besides Antonio Brown, I don't know any recent.
Milton Bradley in baseball was kind of crazy. That guy would get into it with fans and stuff. There's a lot of colorful characters in baseball, especially like in the 70s and 80s. But just straight up crazy stuff, dude. I mean,
that was the line. Canelo's favored 500.
He's minus 500.
500, yeah.
So you got to put up $500 to win $100. That's a lot, dude.
I'd just be happy if I had $500.
Yeah. That's very disrespectful. That's a big underdog, dude. For an undisputed champion, he's going up against the guy's going up in weight class.
Do you think it's harder for you to go up and fight or go down and fight?
Traditionally, these guys always. We were listening to that Kurt Angle. I don't know if you heard the whole thing. He never cut weight for wrestling.
1 pound he needed to cut.
But he wouldn't cut it. He would be like, I just want to be able to eat what I want, whatever, feel good. But that's against all the traditional thinking. All these guys are always cutting weight, and they'll walk around 20 pounds heavier, you know, when they're not fighting, and then, you know, suffer. My boy, Hiklet Lau, was a professional boxer. He was always like struggling, you know, they would put like these sheets on him.
Yeah, like plastic.
Yeah. Running with a plastic bag and make the weight, fucking go pig out, then feel like shit and have to go fight because it's a turnaround. Weigh in the morning, fight at night, in between, pig out. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to just eat a little bit, you know, to feel good. But like a couple times that happened to him, it was terrible, dude. Cramps and shit like that. I don't know, man. I would like them to fucking fight at what they really, you know, maybe cut a little bit, but not like 25 pounds. You're not even that can't be good for your health, bro. You're not fighting at your optimal.
No, kind of. No, and again, I was listening to Rogan and O'Malley, and they say
Does he
that,
cut a lot?
no, but if he does, he says he does it the healthiest way he can. Because these guys, don't eat, they cut all that weight, and they do it super fast. He says he does it like
Gradually.
yeah, like traditionally, yeah, like healthy. He has a nutritionist that tells him what to do, and they say him and Rogan say that it's probably detrimental to your body. It's
Well, it sounds like, I don't know, I didn't hear it, but it sounds like he just sort of tries to maintain a weight. It's not like it's almost like a fucking the fad diets, where it's not sustainable.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
go boom, 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 boom. Your body's always just, if you're gonna fight at 150, whatever, just try to maintain yourself around 150. Maybe you go up 160. 10 pounds you can cut without fucking killing yourself. But you gotta cut 20, 25 pounds. Jesus, man, you're gonna
like fucking,
literally not eat. You're gonna be on liquids, and you're gonna be weak. You're not gonna be healthy. You're not gonna be at your best when you go to fight.
looks like Ramos just got rocked a little bit.
Yeah, well, this guy needs to bring it on, Lubin, here at the end, because he's 2 minutes left, round 11, and he's way behind on the cards. Apparently, you never know with boxing though.
Yeah,
Like that
that's an
Showtime score card there. I've seen it completely opposite. But we'll see. Canelo's, hopefully it's not a long ring walk after this for that fight.
So yeah, they were saying that it's probably not healthy for you.
No, man, hey, that can't be, dude. All that weight cutting, dude. There's no way. Who else was crazy? There's been crazy wrestlers, boxers, all that.
Wrestlers,
That's for sure.
Fucking Chris Benoit, fucking Jeff Hardy.
What's he done crazy?
I don't know what the last thing he was, but I know he was getting into the fucking ring on
High shit. Yeah. A lot of these guys too has to do with pain. I think the common denominator in these crazy people we're talking about is head trauma, probably.
Yeah.
And fucking body aches, and their body's fucked up. I mean, Kurt Angle talked about his struggle with painkillers and stuff on that podcast. How many painkillers that guy would take just to fucking be able to go and fight a match. And just collisions to the head, dude. Those are car accidents that those people are getting into all the time.
Yeah, bro. Especially in fucking football.
Yeah, and these people you never hear about them like later. Like the NFL's real good about obviously they don't show you any of those guys. Like you'll see Patrick Mahomes in a commercial, or Kelsey, or Brady, or there's almost like different types of NFL players. There's like, these are the ones. Look at these guys. We want to show you these guys. We'll get rid of the Ray Rices. Ray Lewis, I was surprised that for so long, after he clearly killed somebody or was involved in a murder, was like on ESPN and fucking like even praying and doing crazy shit. I lost respect for ESPN, even though I don't have any left for them now. Have you seen ESPN, like SportsCenter or ESPN lately?
No.
It's like all chicks.
Really?
Almost all chicks. Yeah, it's crazy. Back in the day, there was like, not that there's anything wrong with that, but it almost seems like they're like
forcing it.
Yeah. And dude, there was so many WNBA highlights. I guess they're in the playoffs right now. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why when I watched today, there was a lot of that. They're doing some pretty good plays, though. I saw some pretty good shots, some pretty good
layups.
Yeah. All right.
12 round.
Yeah. Should we do let's do the picks. NFL picks.
All right.
While we wait for Canelo to start. All right. Let me pull that up on the screen. Okay. We have an early game tomorrow in Europe, which is that Toy Story game that we mentioned. And let's pull up the lines. All right, there's the game. First one.
What's the line on that one? Europe.
Jaguars are favored by 3. This is week
What a
4.
shit. I'll take the Jags.
I'm going to take Atlanta on this one. And then, I don't know why they say 1:03 p.m. instead of 1 p.m. on these games. Oh, this line has moved up. I saw it earlier in the week. I don't think it was that high. Commanders getting 9.5 points on the Eagles. I believe the Bills just put it on the Commanders last week, if I'm not mistaken. And, of course, that's overshadowed by what the Dolphins did. But the Bills are coming off a really dominant defensive performance. Granted, the Commanders are not the Dolphins.
Dude, I think Joku, the tight end for the, I think he's out. He fucking burned his face and arms lighting a fire pit.
That's funny that you mentioned that, bro. Because that video of Chandler Jones talking crazy shit, it sounded like he was in a fire pit or he showed a fire pit.
Yeah, I think he was out there. He was in a fire pit.
And then I started worrying about my mental health because I also go hang out in the fire pit every once in a while in the backyard.
2 players were ruled out, Sidney Brown and Quez Watkins.
They were in the fire too?
No.
Oh. I'm going to take the Eagles on this one and lay the fat 9.5 points. I just like what the Eagles are doing, man. They're fucking physical. They fucking pound the ball, dude. Come playoff time, that's the shit that's going to win you games. The Niners fucking pound the ball. They fight for yards. They run over people. All their McCaffrey, the Kittle, Debo. I don't see that much on the Dolphins. We're trying to run the ball. I do like that. Let's keep going. But those physical teams, when I do like what I'm seeing out of the O-line for the Dolphins. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a beauty.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. This is Washington, Philadelphia. Who are you taking here?
Yeah, I'll go for that 9.5.
You're going to take the Eagles? Okay, and here we are right here. The Dolphins, they're at Buffalo. Buffalo, 2.5. 2.5 favorites.
Dolphins lock of the week, bro.
This tells you that Vegas is not impressed by the 70 points because you basically get 3 points at home.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what's going on here. I'm taking the Bills, dude. I want to be wrong about this, but there's a trend, and the trend is going back 7 years. I think we haven't been able to beat these guys over there. I'll have to eat some crow if I'm wrong. Is this fight over now? Yeah, they're taking off the gloves. All right, there should be a win for Ramos. Let's see. Oh, I saw the stats. They didn't look that lopsided.
No. They're pretty similar.
All right, next up here, we have the Minnesota Vikings at the Carolina Panthers. Vikings are favored by 4.5. I know Bryce Young had been hurt, or Tua 2.0, as I like to call him, but he's going to play. Last I read.
I'll take the Vikings.
Yeah, me too. Shout out to my boy Danny. Viking Titan fan. The oddest combination you could ever find. All right, next up, the Bengals.
Titans, shout out to
Titans. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Tannehill. Shout out to Joe Burrow, who fucking gutted one out last week.
They got the win?
They got the win.
Oh.
I feel like we don't have those kind of guys sometimes. Jimmy Butler is a guy we have that is like that, that'll play hurt and shit like that. Like Joe Burrow probably shouldn't have been playing, but he was like, you know what? I was more afraid of going 0-3 than I was of re-injuring my calf. fucking, I went out and did it. Who are you taking here?
Ramos. Oh no!
They
I
gave it
lost.
to him.
Yeah.
You see, you can never tell with this shit. This guy's like, what the fuck? They gave it to the guy who was supposedly down on the scorecards.
Lisbon.
I gotta listen to this a second to see what they say.
Robbed.
His eye is fucked up.
I think he was just getting hit the last rounds. I know they gave them the last couple rounds to Lisbon.
Yeah, he definitely had like a second half, way better second half. You can never, just what he said, you can never take those rounds off, even if you think you're winning, because some rounds are so 50-50 sometimes,
Yeah.
Wow, dude. He got screwed.
Participation, fucking.
Yeah. This is a tough game for me to decide here, bro.
I'll go with the Titans.
That was my initial thought. I'm going to go Cincinnati here, but honestly, I don't fucking... This could go anyway. Ravens at Browns. Browns favored by 2.5. I don't know, man. I haven't seen a lot out of Deshaun Watson. I much more like what I've seen out of Lamar Jackson. I'm going to take the Ravens on this one. Damn it, it was for the belt. Is he the new champ or is he the defending champ?
I'm not sure.
If he was the defending champ, sometimes you got to beat the champ convincingly in a fight like that.
Dude, I don't know who to take here.
Ravens, Browns?
Yeah, I'll take the Ravens. Joker's up.
Is this the first time that you've not taken the Browns?
No.
It's one of the few times that you've not taken the Browns.
The Browns they cover the spread.
Dude, I would not want to watch this next game if I was in prison.
I'll watch it. It's CJ Stroud, bro. I'll take the Texans.
That may be the only redeeming
the Steelers
quality here. Texans. Steelers are favored by 3.
Yeah.
No, I got to take the Steelers as much as I hate those guys. Rams, Colts. Rams are favored by 1.
I thought Jonathan Taylor was back then.
Is Gardner Minshew starting this game again? Can you check that real quick?
I think so.
I know Richardson was out for a concussion, which is why Minshew played. Is Minshew the one that stepped on the out of bounds? He lost that game. Is he the one that I'm thinking of that stepped out of bounds on the safety last week?
Oh, I didn't see that.
These games are getting all mixed in my head, I believe. And I think it was against the Chargers. Well, next fight is Canelo. He won, Lubin won 117, 111, 116, 112, 115, 113. It wasn't really even that close. One had it kind of close. One had it.
Well, Richardson's playing.
Well, okay.
They just drafted him this year?
Yep. I believe first round.
What's the spread?
1 point. That's basically a pickle. Wow. I'm taking the Rams, dude. I think they can.
I'll take the Colts.
I have another question. Is Derek Carr going to start this game for this next game here, which is the Buccaneers?
He might be out.
Bucks, Saints. Saints are favored at home by 3.5.
It says he could suit up. There's optimism. He had an AC joint sprain on the right shoulder. I don't know.
I'll take the Bucs.
Yeah, me too.
Not that Derek Carr ever convinced me to take his team because he was playing. But I thought Mayfield was doing a pretty good job till last week. They lost, but
I think he's 2-1 now.
Yep. And who did they lose to?
Philly, I think they played.
Was it Philly?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I can't hold that against him that he lost to Philly if that's what it was. Okay, this next game you wouldn't watch in prison in solitary confinement if they told you this is the only thing we can let you watch. Broncos coming off the 70 burger, playing against the Bears, who are in complete disarray. Somebody's got to get a win unless this.
Yeah, they lost 25-11 against the Eagles.
Okay, fucking defending NFC champions, dude.
Or Super Bowl losers.
Hey, NFC champions. Super Bowl runners up, if you want to say. Broncos are favored.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's a lot of points, right? To give them
3.5.
I'd say this is a pick 'em. You gotta go with Broncos, though, right?
If Sean Payton is anything worth anything, like they've always said, he's such a genius and all this, you gotta fucking beat the Bears. You gotta bounce back. If they can't beat the Bears, he should get fired. His defensive coordinator, former Dolphin Vance Joseph, should get fired, and Russell Wilson should retire.
Get fired.
Just voluntarily say, you know what, I'm sorry. Here's my bank account. I'm gonna wire you back the funds. Like that baseball player I was telling you the other day, Ryan Sandberg, retired because he didn't feel good getting the money from the Cubs and the team, and his performance was not good.
What a fucking guy.
They should all voluntarily retire if they can't beat the Bears.
What was the quote at the end? I don't feel they should pay me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take the Broncos.
That's a lot of belts on the screen there, dude.
What is that? 4-4, 7?
What do you mean?
4 belts and 4 belts. That's 7.
Oh, 5 and 5.
4 plus 4. Oh, 5. Sorry.
They're each holding 5.
Dang, I was even fucking up there.
They all have the same belts, but from different weight classes. WBO, the ring. I guess one of those is WBC.
IBO.
IBF, maybe. I don't know. That's a lot of fucking belts. So who are you taking in this game?
Broncos.
Yeah.
You have to, right?
Somebody's got to win that game. Another team in just fucking total disarray. The Raiders.
And this is the divisional game, right?
Yes, against the Chargers. And the Chargers are favored by 6. To me, this is the easiest. This is the lock of the week for the GOAT here. Chargers.
Oh, look at this line, next line.
Who you got in this game?
Yeah, Chargers.
Okay, that's a lot of disrespect from my boy Dobbs there,
yes,
the hairless cat.
He just took out the fucking Cowboys.
Just took out the fake Cowboys.
They had dropped the 40 blowout. Look at my boy.
Oh, wow. You think he's going to be able to get up?
No.
In time? No. Ryan Garcia's sitting ringside.
In the back.
Who was that?
I don't know.
Caleb Plant, former super middleweight world champion. I mean, honestly, though, dude.
Is that Chandler Jones?
Terrence Crawford. Chandler Jones is in jail.
It does look like him, though, right?
This is pound for pound the best fighter right now, dude, that there is in boxing. Roy Jones Jr. and Devin Haney's back there. And who's that guy? Oh, that's his dad, I believe.
Yeah. Devin Haney's dad.
I thought it was the guy who used to play on the Heat. Julio Cesar Chavez, ringside.
Undefeated.
Stars are out. No, he's not undefeated.
Oh, no, yeah. He has, like, the most wins of all time.
He had the most wins in a row, I think. He was like 80-0 or some shit at one point, but nobody knew.
Sugar Ray.
One of my favorites, Sugar Ray Leonard, ringside here.
Olympic medalist?
Yeah. There's a pretty good documentary on him on Netflix, I believe.
Sugar?
Actually, watch The Four Kings. Check out that documentary if you get a chance. It's like him, Hearns, Hagler, and Duran, and it's all that era of like the late '70s, early '80s, how they dominated. Usually, it's always the heavyweight division that everybody was paying attention to, Ali and all these guys. But then for a little era, they're like the bridge from Ali to Tyson, and they just dominated all the headlines and all the
What
grip.
were they?
They were like middleweights, welterweights. They moved up and down, mostly up as they got older and stuff. But just some great fights and great fighters.
I've been moving up as I got older.
Yeah, we're creating new weight classes. I just got to cruiserweight, bro, which is 200 pounds. But the next division is really far away from me. I got to cut weight. Fucking easy as fuck to put on weight, right? It just fucking happens by itself. When you fucking try to lose weight, Jesus Christ, dude. It's so fucking hard. As I'm going to serve myself another bourbon. Probably doesn't help.
Yeah, bro. A lot of fucking points, bro. 14?
Yep.
I'll take the cards on this, man.
Yeah, no, I think the fucking Niners will put it on them, dude.
Yeah. I don't doubt it, but
I like the Niners. Their problem always has like there's injuries that happen and shit to them. Brock Purdy's not been himself since he fucked up his arm at the end of that playoff game against the Eagles last year. He's coming back off that surgery, and I say the same. He's a fucking rookie, basically. We don't even really know what that,
He played the 4 games?
Yeah, so, like, very small sample size. And he's injured now, so, like, but, dude, they went all in. I mean, they got rid of Garoppolo. They got rid of Lance.
They got rid of...
I don't even know who his backup is right now.
The running back that we got, Wilson.
Yeah.
I think we got a lineman, too.
But they went all in on Purdy, dude. They got rid of everybody. They admitted really fast the mistake.
Dude, McCaffrey, I didn't see the hype. I guess he was he was injured his first 2 seasons. I didn't fucking see the hype. His first year or the year that I saw him in the Panthers, and then when he switched over last year, I didn't really see it, bro. But the first game, I saw it, bro. He could fucking move.
No, that guy for I believe he had like 1,000 yards receiving, 1,000 yards rushing 1 year before the injuries. He started to break down. He's kind of come back now, and he looks more like what he did. But that guy was just amazing. His other years, you could line up anywhere, receiver, running back, motion, out the backfield, whatever. That guy can do it all. And those guys all fight for yards. Who's this young lady? She has a Superman curl.
Yeah.
So I will go with the Niners. I really like, although that's a fucking big fucking spread, bro.
Dana Paola.
Never heard her. Never heard of Taylor Swift either. This looks like it could be a fun matchup. New England at the Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 6.
I'll take the Cowboys. I think they're gonna try to bounce back from that Cards loss.
You know what will happen if the Patriots lose this game. Did they win last week? They won last week, right?
I don't remember.
They beat the Jets. Did they beat the Jets?
Oh yeah.
I think they beat the Jets. All right, so they'll be 1-3. All right, I'll take New England. I don't believe in the Cowboys. Well, I don't want them to win. I just think they'll win.
Well, they don't need to win. They just.
It's just like when I picked Buffalo. I don't want them to win. I just think they're gonna win.
They could lose by 3 and you win on both, right?
Yeah, I just need New England to remain within 6 points. I'd rather they lose. But I think they could actually win. Chiefs, Jets.
9.5.
9.5.
How do?
Well, 3 points are because of Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take Chiefs.
This was originally a 6.5 spread when Taylor Swift signed with the Chiefs. went up to 9.5. And Travis Kelce jersey sales up 400%. The Swifties are in the house. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be in the house too for that game. He's trying to do some non-traditional.
Yeah, supposedly he wants to be back like in 6 months.
He's kind of wacky.
It's a back.
I wouldn't put him crazy, but he's eccentric. He's gotten more and more kind of.
Oh, they're doing a double.
Yeah, I
Double national?
guess she had somebody do the he had somebody do the Mexican anthem.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I would guess she's not doing the Mexican anthem. This lady.
Why'd you guess that?
Just
the name.
Just
Sherry?
guessing. Yeah, just guessing. Taking a guess. All right, fight's almost about to get underway, and what's the next one? That was the Sunday night game, Chiefs-Jets. Ugh.
You were right.
Oh, confirmed it. Thank you. Weren't sure. Okay, and then this is the last game of the week. It's the Monday nighter. Oh, fucking Giants again, dude. Seattle's favored by 2 at the Giants.
Give me that. Give my boy Gino.
Oh, did we pick the Chiefs-Jets?
I said Chiefs. Because of Swift.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Taylor. She should have gone out with DeAndre Swift of the Eagles.
She did go out one time with Taylor Lautner.
But no brothers, right, in her repertoire? I know she's had a lot of boyfriends.
I don't know. That's the only one I
She
can
doesn't do the
remember.
Kardashian thing, right?
No.
It's like a country singer guy. She goes for like those kind of guys. A lot of singers. One of the Jonas guys.
I don't remember. To be honest, really, I only really know Taylor Lautner. Because she could have been.
I don't know.
They could have both been named Taylor Lautner.
I couldn't name you a song, dude. I know she's huge and I'm old.
I know.
I
know a few.
How is she so big, dude? Is that an indictment on music in general? Is she the biggest star in music right now?
I don't know how the fuck she's so big, to be honest.
Is she the biggest right now?
I would say so.
It's kind of crazy, bro. Kind of insane. So we got the Monday night game. Who'd you get on this one?
Seahawks.
Yeah, me too, man.
Fine,
The Giants.
We agree.
The Giants have
Giants heard.
been a major disappointment. Those are the NFL picks. The Dolphins got to step it up, man. Step it up against the Bills.
Kaepernick wants to come back. He sent out that letter, you saw?
How sad is that, bro? That you
The NFL is like
you do that Netflix thing where you claim that it's like slavery and they're slave owners, and now
you want to be a slave.
you want to get back into the slavery on the practice squad of the slavery, not even the full blown.
Not. I guess they get paid.
All right, look. Let's take out for a second the activism and the Netflix special and the slavery. And, look, off field. Let's get rid of off field things for a second, just for conversation's sake. And the tryout that he had, that then he moved somewhere else, and all this bullshit.
Look at his stats.
Check out his stats. They were declining. Before he started doing the kneeling thing, Blaine Gabbert overtook him as the starter. So
Which is where now?
He's a backup somewhere.
He's a bullpen catcher.
He's working at 7-Eleven down the block. Actually, I think he's a backup on something. But the point I'm trying to make, if Colin Kaepernick really wanted to come back to the NFL today, yo, what up, Big Remo? He knows. Remo's, this was for you, brother. If he really wants, yeah. But let's say he wanted to come back into the NFL, bro, go play in the CFL, go ball out over there, go play in any of these XFL, USFL, whatever these other leagues are, and show teams that you can really still play. Go and dominate in those leagues and make them then, other than what you're doing now, just bringing your name up every time somebody gets hurt. Go and actually fucking play.
It's kind of grimy, right?
Yeah, it's like you're throwing out like some sympathy. Go and play. Make them say, my God, we need to give this guy. Did you see what he did? He threw 6 touchdowns. He ran for 100, something. But at this point, you haven't played in so many years. The last time you played, you weren't that great. And, I'm just taking away the other stuff. If you wanted to just get a job, you need to start working, man, and start working doing what you do, which is playing football. Like if you're, I don't know, give me a profession. Give me any profession.
Sorry, I was reading what Remo said. He said, "Did you see him throwing to guys? Flop City."
Yeah.
He was Jeremy Lin, he said. Yeah. Or he's saying
Jeremy Lin got a ring though.
Yeah.
Give me a profession. Any profession.
A chef.
Okay. If you're a chef and you got let go and you haven't been a chef for years, brother, you're gonna have to start working at McDonald's or at least, or Burger King or whatever, a lower tier restaurant to get, you have to work your way back up, And yes, now he's not asking to be a starter. He's not asking to be a backup. He's asking to be on the practice squad. But dude, there's another stepping stone before that at this point for you, because maybe 6 years ago, people knew what you were. Now we don't even know. I think he's 35, bro. He's older than RG3 is. So, I don't know. I thought it was pretty sad, that letter and all that bullshit. Yeah, Cap had a run, and it was built on a lot of running and stuff like that.
I got his stats right here.
He had his moment, and he did. He took them.
Best year was 2014.
Was that the Super Bowl? Not Super Bowl year. That may have been a Super Bowl year.
I don't think so, because they only played 16 games.
Because the Super Bowl year, I believe he took over for an injured Alex Smith.
So in 2015, he played 9 games that year.
Remo will know. Cap's Super Bowl year, was that his first year, Remo? That he took over for Alex Smith? I mean, he kind of took the league by storm there. Teams weren't prepared, but the NFL adjusts, man, really fast. And you got to be able to.
Power outage in New Orleans, he said.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was his first year, right, Remo?
But just when they were winning, somebody was winning, I remember, and then the power outage went out and they lost.
Yeah, it was a long outage. But
his best year, so it was 2014, best year.
Well, and what year was that? His second year, third year, or what?
Fourth.
Okay.
How many yards you got that year?
Okay.
3,300.
Thank you, Remo. I'm reading your. You pulled in Arlovsky, yeah, and I believe that was the year they didn't win a game. Which year? That's your team, right? You would know that well. You're a Lions fan. Yeah. What's up with your Lions, dude? Do you buying? Are you buying drinking the Kool-Aid over there, bro? Or I'm much more excited about.
They're leading the division. They're 3-1.
Who?
Lions.
Yeah, I know, and everybody is
drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid. I don't know.
Jonestown Kool-Aid?
That's what the Dolphins usually serve for us. It's too early for me to anoint anybody unproven. So if you want to tell me the Chiefs, okay. If you want to tell me the Eagles, all right, these people have done it. Cowboys, you tell me that every year. Yeah. Dolphins, people start jerking off around here. Fucking, we win one game. We score a touchdown. What does he have, a Mexican rapper behind him, dude?
Maybe.
Canelo on the walk out here? Oh, 2. There's another one on the other shoulder. You're all in, Remo? All right, good, man. Fuck it. I don't blame you. I got to see more. That last game was a little bit dicey, though. The last one, right, Remo?
You almost couldn't hold on.
Which that was Thursday night?
Thursday night, yeah.
All right, that's the picks. What else do we have? Oh, Barcelona, bro. Barcelona is involved in some fucking fuckery.
Again, yeah.
They're charged with sending more than $7 million in bribery payments to companies linked to the former vice president of Spanish football's refereeing committee. Now, this could all be a misunderstanding, right? It looks really bad.
Yeah, that's because they've been accused of that. Of paying off refs.
Yeah, dude. Soccer's not that far behind fucking boxing and the shady fucking shit, dude. Especially Europe boxing, all those scandals that they've had, the Italy scandal. And there's a lot of soccer and non-soccer shit that comes out of Spain. We had the whole Messi tax thing.
Shakira tax.
Shakira, for the second time now, they're claiming owes
tax evasion,
a bunch of fucking money. She's gonna blame it on Piqué, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that. The guy who got fired for kissing the woman's soccer player when they won the World Cup, dude.
Yeah.
Remo, start jerking off around week 13. Yeah, bro, for sure. Philly looks good because also like San Francisco looks good. I like those physical teams, and those are the teams that seem to end up, going deep into the playoffs.
Oh, they're the same age.
Yeah, I don't know if she was. Do we know if the girl was into guys or the one he kissed?
No idea.
Okay.
But dude, I don't know, bro. You know how that shit is. I saw a video of them on the plane.
Hot as in mad. Okay, yeah, because I didn't think, bro, she was like smoking or anything like that. I got you.
But there's a video of them in the airplane where the guy's walking in and they're going, beso, beso. And the chick is saying it too.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that, dude.
Yeah, bro. It's fucking, I don't know. It's that kind of shit where, like, you feel like you need to fucking say something.
Yeah. But he held on for a while, too, before did he step down or he got fired? I don't remember. But he was like, I'm not stepping down. So, I don't know. There's a lot of shitty shit going on in Spain all the time, dude. Speaking of shitty shit, McMurdo Station, I'm all over the place right now, in and out of sports. McMurdo Station in Antarctica will soon ban its bars from serving alcohol amid growing concerns over sexual misconduct at the remote research facility. Well, there's two things here. There's probably nothing to do in Antarctica, so people want to fuck. And two, if you're going to ban alcohol from bars, can you even call it a bar at that point? Or I guess you call it a juice bar or something like that.
Drink facility.
Right now, who you guys got in this fight? Canelo, Charlo?
Canelo.
I'm going to go fucking Charlo, just fucking throwing it out there. We'll see. I think he's being a little underestimated. Are you into boxing, Remo?
Not since Tyson. That's usually the line, right?
Yeah, well, after Tyson, what happened is we didn't have an American heavyweight champion. We had all these Klitschko guys and all these, like European dudes, and like we didn't really give a shit about that. And they were kind of boring. They were good, but they were kind of boring, their styles, and it just fucking.
We had Mayweather.
I know, but he got big by being the villain, but he was a defensive boxer. Like I don't really enjoy watching like a guy running around being defensive. We want to see some fucking knockouts. He didn't knock people out. He didn't get knocked out. It was kind of like his fights were largely uneventful. A lot of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah. Well, Charlo's an undisputed champion, if I'm not mistaken. So
Charlo's undefeated?
Yeah, it's not like he's fighting a bum, dude. He's fighting a guy who's had some fights recently that he's, should have looked better in, and he is going up in weight to take this fight. So, those are the things. Yeah, but Canelo, he is that dude, but Canelo, he's getting older, and he's had some fights that he hasn't been as dominant.
He lost.
I'm sorry, one fight, one loss. Maybe his other brother's the one that's undefeated. Can you look up what's the other Charlo's record? I always confuse these two guys. They're fucking twins too. So excuse me. Not undefeated, but he is undisputed. Every boxer comes to a point. Let's say Canelo beats Charlo in any kind of way, convincingly or not. Everybody's going to want to see, and Crawford has said it, Crawford wants to fight Canelo. That's the fucking fight that everybody wants to see. And I think
They have the
Crawford,
same fucking name, bro.
Jermell and Jamal, I believe.
No, Jermell and Jermal.
That's why it's so hard to fucking tell them apart. Of all the names, they couldn't come up with another. I guess they're twins and everything, but fuck. Canelo 59, 2-2. 39 knockouts.
They're the same age.
Damn, so Canelo's won a third of his fights via decision. That's surprising. I would have thought he would have had more of his fights via the knockout route.
Yeah, Jamal is 32-0.
That's the one. Okay. I think at one point they were talking about them fighting, and then this guy stepped in and took it or something.
They wouldn't fight, right?
No, not amongst themselves. Even though I looked that up the other day because I was playing Fight Night, EA Sports Fight Night.
You were playing it?
Yeah. And
I'll knock you out, bro.
You know how to play that game? You ever play the story mode in that game?
Yeah.
It's a bishop, and part of the story mode is like his brother is also a heavyweight, and they end up fighting. And then I looked it up. Has this ever happened? It's happened a couple times in history.
Oh, brother
boxing.
fight?
Yeah.
Would you do it? Would you fight your sister?
I fight my sister for free, bro.
4-figure.
With nobody in the room.
4-figure.
Just
like
me
that.
and her, bro. No. I could never do that. I could never, I don't think I could ever fight a brother. That's crazy, bro. I mean, it's even crazy when they play against each other in football or
Well,
baseball.
it's not that crazy, right?
If they're not on the field at the same time, it's not as crazy. But like having to hit your brother if he's going across the middle, maybe you give him a concussion or something.
You let him go through? Let him score a touchdown?
I don't know, bro. Yeah, the fight's underway.
Stefan and
Super middleweight championship of the world. Here we go. Canelo Charlo. Alden Smith was the other guy. Even Jimmy Graham this year, going back to like unstable.
he's asking, does he want Charlo to come down?
Charlo went up to take this fight. I don't know if this fight's being fought at 160.
154, I think it was.
Okay, whatever it is, Charlo is the weight class below. But these weight classes nowadays are really close. Anyways, within some of them 4-8 pounds of each other. Like you go to McDonald's and you're in the next weight class, you know, basically.
You took a shit and you're in the next below.
Yeah. The bum's not here, but we have a rest in peace, dude. The bum rips. Actor Michael Gambon, best known for playing Dumbledore in most of the Harry Potter movies. Most, because the other guy that started, I can't remember his name, he passed away too. That's why he had to be replaced. He died following a bout of pneumonia, his family said on Thursday. He was 82. Over the course of his career, he won multiple Best Actor awards at the British Academy Television Awards and was nominated for 2 Emmy Awards.
I don't know if the hit has been landed.
They're feeling each other out at this point. Ariana Grande filed for divorce.
Who the fuck is she married to?
The pop singer and her husband, Dalton Gomez, are going their separate ways due to irreconcilable differences, a source told CNN. By the way, on Nick Chubb's injury, they were happy that it was just an MCL, I think.
Yes, bro, I saw that.
Jesus.
Well,
dude,
actually, I think I heard it from Eddie Bravo.
Yes, he was talking about that. He's a Browns fan.
That thing looked like it fucking destroyed.
That looked like his leg fucking snapped off, bro.
Yeah, bro, it was fucking And I think he got that knee fucked up before.
Yeah, in college he had hurt that same knee. So we'll see. Seems like guys are able to come back from those crazy injuries nowadays. The way medicine is going, and all the stuff that they can do. What else do we have? I might be getting to older news at this point. That's round 1 in the books.
Yeah.
Who knows who even won that round?
Probably Canelo.
They did some NFL stadium walkability scores, and they ranked the teams based on population density, road design, and amenities within a 50 to 30-minute walk from the stadium on a scale of 0 to 100. And the Dolphins and Hard Rock got a score of 35. They're 22. I can attest to this. The parking situation at Dolphin Stadium, since I had season tickets like 5 years ago, and it was already getting bad, has just gotten worse and worse and worse. They used to have a bunch of parking, and everybody could be within the stadium parking for the most part, unless it was a really big game. And then they did the tennis, and then they did the team training facility, and all these things take away from the parking. And now you're further and further away. The last time I went there, we had to Uber there. The time before that, I took the kids. We had to go park in some church, and then almost take an Uber from the parking. Literally, that would have been the best move. Or hire one of those guys that runs on the fucking bike carriage thing, and you sit in the back, which costs even more than an Uber.
Oh, they actually have those?
Yeah, because the parking is so fucking far, bro. It's crazy, bro. They really took away the tailgating experience with all that shit. It's terrible. I mean, we had season tickets for like 5-6 years, and in the beginning, we used to sit in that inside section, and then we got pushed out and we never made it back in. So I think they nailed it. The best stadium for walkability is Seattle, Lumen Field. And then the Vikings, US Bank Stadium is number 2. Your boys, Detroit, are number 3. Charlotte, North Carolina, Panthers, Bank of America Stadium are number 4.
Who's last?
Oh man, this thing cut off. I can tell you the Jaguars are not good. I don't know who came before. Is it on the next page?
Yeah. How many teams are there? 28, so there's...
No, but there's Arrowhead Stadium is actually below them. I've never been to any of these other stadiums. I passed by the Ravens Stadium. Where are the Ravens? I don't even know what the name of their stadium is. Oh, they're number 6. That makes sense because I was at another event there for Diamond Comics, and we were walking around, and I saw people just walking to the stadium. I don't know if they came in public transportation or what, but it seemed like a lot of people were just walking to the stadium. So that makes sense that they're highly rated. I passed by the old Cowboy Stadium, which was, what was the name of that fucking stadium? That seemed pretty remote before they built this fucking behemoth thing that they have now. Browns are number 8.
Mayweather.
What a career this guy's made after his career of just fighting guys that have no chance of beating him, but making millions of dollars and people still pay. to watch it.
Yeah.
He's the master at that shit. So that was round 2.
Yeah.
All right, bro. We got 10 rounds of filler. What's on your mind? I'll throw it to you. You got any subjects to hit upon?
Nothing right now, man. I want to see what's gonna go on here. They're just. All right, now there's a little more action. They've been like sizing each other up the first 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody wants to get caught.
A lot of that. That's like the third one.
Third headlock.
Yeah.
Just fucking DDT him at that point. How many points can they take off for a DDT? 1 point. From my Jeffrey Dahmers, dude.
Canelo went to negative minus 1,000. So now
he's looking like even more of a favorite now.
Yeah.
I guess they like what they've seen out of Canelo. All right, I can hit up some older news I have here. They found that F-35.
Oh, we never talked about Tupac.
Oh, no, we didn't. Fucking, we'll hit that up. So they made an arrest. Remember, I think like a month ago, they started saying that they had reopened the case. And even Mayweather, who just showed at one time he had told a story that he was there. He made sure that he came out, he did an Instagram post, and he publicly said, hey, I was never there, you know. So, and with this guy, the guy that they arrested, I think his name is Davis, I believe they had granted him immunity at one point, but he wasn't supposed to say anything outside of the case or whatever. And then, like, he did some podcast, and, you know, he started talking shit. I don't know if it was shit, but saying things. I don't know if admitting that he was the guy or just saying things, maybe thinking that like too long has passed, nothing's gonna happen. Fourth headlock. They should deduct a point. So they finally went ahead and arrested this guy now, and I believe they said in that article. Can you look up that article I sent you? I'll read some of it out. I got my phone busy screenshotting this thing. I believe they said through the Biggie case.
This one that you sent me today?
Yeah, that one. You want to read it or I'll read it?
You can read it. I don't know.
Yeah, so the first arrest in the 1996, this is from Newsbreak, by the way. The first arrest in the 1996 slaying of Tupac Shakur had its roots in the investigation of the killing of Biggie Smalls. The shooting deaths of the two hip-hop luminaries, not Illuminatis, luminaries, and rivals, Shakur in Las Vegas, who shot you, and Smalls in Los Angeles 6 months later, have always been culturally inseparable. And one man, Dwayne Keith D. Davis, he's got a lot of fucking names, dude. Found him. That sounds like a guy who was involved in murder. Dwayne Keith D. Davis. When you got like 4 names or 3 names, it's usually 3, right?
Yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald. Found himself involved in both investigations. On Friday, Davis was arrested and charged with murder, with prosecutors saying he ordered and masterminded the Shakur killing. Now retired Los Angeles police detective Greg Kading was assigned to investigate the slaying of Smalls, whose legal name was Christopher Wallace, and in 2009, interviewed Davis as a person of interest in the case. Davis had been at the party at the Peterson Automotive Museum that Wallace had just left when he was shot. Who shot you? Kading had helped build a federal case against Davis to get leverage to compel him to talk to Los Angeles police, who to date have made no arrest in the Wallace case. He confesses to his involvement in the Tupac Shakur case. He gives all the details of how he and his co-conspirators killed Tupac, Kading recalled in an interview Friday with the Associated Press. Davis, who had immunity for what he had said in his police interview, but not what he said outside of it. So that's the key. Hey, right now, tell us, we'll give you immunity. When you leave here, you go fucking say something, that's gone. You don't have any more immunity. Went on to divulge many of the same details in documentaries, on podcasts, and in a tell-all 2019 memoir that would give new life to the Las Vegas police probe and help lead to his grand jury indictment. He has essentially talked himself right into jail, Kading said. We're in round 4 here of this Canelo-Charlo fight, by the way.
It's looking good for Charlo, I gotta say.
Really? He's bouncing back this round? He's got to stay busy, man. Busy with the jab.
Yeah.
You don't want to tee off. You don't want to square up and just go blow for blow with Canelo. He's got a lot of power, especially for a guy who's, looks way bigger than him, right? Canelo is fucking thick, dude.
Yeah.
Back to this article real quick. Davis had long been known to investigators as one of 4 suspects identified early in the investigation. He isn't the accused gunman, but was described as the group's ringleader by authorities at a news conference and in court. In Nevada, a defendant can be charged with a crime, including murder, if you help someone commit the crime. Davis, now 60, said in his memoir, Compton Street Legend, that's the name of the memoir, I'll have to pick that up, that he provided the gun used in the drive-by shooting. Bad move.
Yep.
Davis was arrested early Friday while on a walk near his home on the outskirts of Las Vegas, hours before prosecutors announced in court that a Nevada grand jury had indicted the self-described gangster on 1 count of murder with a deadly weapon. He is due in court next week. The grand jury also voted to add a sentencing enhancement to the murder charge for gang activity that could add up to 20 additional years if he's convicted. Hundreds of pages of transcripts released Friday provide a view into the first month of grand jury proceedings, which began in late July, with testimony from former associates of Davis, friends of Shakur, and a slate of retired police officers involved in the case early on. Their testimony painted a picture for the jurors of a deep, escalating rift between Shakur's music label Death Row Records and Bad Boy Records. I mean, we knew that, dude, which had ties to Davis and represented Wallace. It started the whole West Coast, East Coast rivalry that primarily defined the hip-hop scene during the mid-'90s. One of Davis' former associates testified. We don't need anybody to testify to that. We fucking know that, dude.
Yeah.
Davis denied. All you got to do is watch MTV. Davis denied an interview request Friday from jail. Oh, now he doesn't want to talk. And court records don't list an attorney who can comment on his behalf. Phone and text messages to Davis. Is Suge Knight dead?
No, he's in jail.
They already got him for something else.
Yeah, some emotion. I think he ran somebody over.
Yeah, they have it on film.
Yeah.
At like a fucking In-N-Out burger or some shit, or a taco joint or something. Court records don't list an attorney who comment on his behalf. Phone and text messages to Davis and his wife on Friday, and in the months raided their home in the nearby city of Henderson on July 17th were not returned. In a statement Friday, I'm fucking this up. Sequoia set Shakur. Sequoia, not Sacagawea. Sequoia set Shakur, the rapper's sister, described the arrest as a victory, but in a measured tone. This is no doubt a pivotal moment. The silence of the past 27 years surrounding this case has spoken loudly in our community, she said. It's important to me that the world, the country, the justice system, and our people acknowledge the gravity of the passing of this man, my brother, my mother's son, my father's son. She gave no praise to the authorities who have worked the case. I know there's been many people who did not believe the murder of Tupac Shakur was important to this police department, Sheriff Kevin McMahill said in a news conference Friday. I'm here to tell you That was simply not the case. It was not the case back then, and it's not the case today. You guys took a long time, though. 27 years.
27.
These people are old already. A lot of them old and dead. I think nobody else that was in the car is alive.
I think it's only Suge and that guy.
Yeah.
They're the only two living witnesses.
He added every single, and fucking Mayweather, too.
Oh, yeah.
He added every single victim, every life that is lost is important and remains a priority to this police department. On the night of September 7th, damn, it's almost the anniversary. It just passed. On the night of September 7, 1996, Tupac Shakur and Death Row Records founder Marion Suge Knight were in Las Vegas to watch a Mike Tyson heavyweight title match. Outside the fight, just after it ended, the men were involved in a brawl with Davis and his nephew Orlando Baby Lane Anderson. This guy came up dead later, too. He was arrested. He was killed in a not unrelated thing, with whom Shakur had feuded previously. This is the guy he beat up on camera in one of the hotels in Las Vegas. Later that night, Shakur was sitting in a BMW that Knight was driving when a Cadillac pulled up next to them and gunfire erupted. Shakur was shot multiple times and died a week later at the age of 25. You ever seen the death pictures of that shit?
Nah.
It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, Canelo's getting tagged, bro.
Yeah. Round 5 here. Just about to finish.
I mean, they're trading, but it's weird seeing Canelo get hit like that.
Yeah, dude. I think there's age, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Davis in his memoir said he was in the front passenger seat of the Cadillac and had slipped a gun into the back seat from where he said the shots were fired. He implicated Anderson, saying he was one of the two people in the back seat. Anderson died 2 years later. He denied any involvement in Shakur's death. The rapper's death came as his 4th solo album, All Eyes on Me, remained on the charts with some 5 million copies sold. Nominated 6 times for a Grammy Award, Shakur is still largely considered one of the most influential and versatile rappers of all time. That's the story, and they're sticking to it. I just asked myself, why now? Why now? Did somebody get in the department that had this like as a pet case that they wanted to? It's just so weird.
Yeah.
Couldn't they have done this before?
They didn't have all that before, yeah.
I don't know. I guess they're saying now the guy started talking. Oh, no. We lost our feed here for a second. Hopefully. It's just a second. There was always theories too, like conspiracy theories that
he was in Cuba.
Oh, well, yeah, that was one of them. But that like they were both worth more dead than alive, so like Puffy had something to do with Biggie's and Suge had something to do with Tupac's, and that Tupac was beefing over the rights to his songs and the money. Who knows, dude? That's always hounded Puffy.
Yeah.
Those conspiracy theories. All right, I seem to be not on the feed anymore. Dude, shout out to the fucking Marlins again, dude.
Yeah, man.
Fucking. The problem with the Marlins now in the playoffs, they lost so many guys already. That I don't know if they're going to be able to do any damage. But you never know. Baseball's kind of crazy, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Just one series, one game. Anybody. Okay, hopefully we can keep this up there in round 6. Anybody can win a series. It's not like football where generally the better team will win the game. It's much more of an upset. I mean, that's why they had to create the point spread in football for gambling, because, you know, it's like there's such a discrepancy between teams at times. You've been watching more of this. Do you think this has been a good fight thus far?
They traded a little bit, but still, they're like keeping their distance.
All right, we'll
But
be.
they have traded. They have gotten some good hits on each other.
I mean, he's holding his own at least, Charlo.
Yeah, for sure. Mm.
The alien shit kind of died down a little bit now,
Yeah.
right? They seem to like come in, coordinated attacks, and then back off.
Here you'll see some.
So I would guess at this point, Canelo's probably won 4 of the 6 rounds at least.
Yeah. That sounds all right.
Has anybody landed a significant blow?
Yeah. Canelo has gotten him with a nice left hook, and he's gotten him with a left right on the forehead.
A psychedelic drug familiar to Tomorrowland attendees could be an effective treatment for PTSD, according to research published in National Medicine this week. MDMA, aka ecstasy or Molly, combined with therapy, was shown to produce a clinically meaningful improvement for almost 90% of treated patients with moderate and severe PTSD. The encouraging results put the currently illicit substance on a path to becoming a prescription drug if U.S. regulators approve it for widespread clinical use. Can you imagine the abuse that there would be on those prescriptions, dude? If somebody had a script for fucking Molly, dude.
It's fucking abuse without there being scripts.
Yeah. I'm all for helping fucking people, dude. I just don't trust the pharmaceutical industry. Round 7 is underway here.
The unofficial card has given 1 to Charlo.
Oh, so it's almost fucking shut up. So if you believe that, Charlo has to knock out Canelo to win this fight.
Oh,
is that a knockdown?
Yeah, he took a knee, yeah. Yeah, I think he got him with a body shot. I thought I saw him like go down.
He didn't do a Ryan Garcia though. He got up.
Yeah, he got up.
If that was a body blow, that usually takes a while to recover from.
It looked like he almost tried to take another knee. Right?
And you're gonna see Charlo on skates for the rest of this round as he gathers himself. And Canelo should be on the attack here, trying to finish this off. That lady has a nice rack in the front row with a purple outfit on there. Pocahontas, I don't know who she is. She's looking nice. You see her?
Yeah.
Her head's on the top rope, her rack's on the bottom rope. Canelo, Charlo needs to move around, get his air back, regroup. Those body blows are devastating. I didn't get a good look at it. But he needs to stay busy with that jab and just sort of survive this round. Did you like this thing?
Yeah.
It's not bad. I like Woodford, and I didn't know they made weeded. The first time I had that, I didn't really enjoy it that much. But I gotta say, it was much better today.
Is this the same bottle or is this another bottle?
That's the same one.
Sometimes when you
let it breathe,
yeah,
it changes.
Yeah. I've noticed that sometimes they get better.
Yeah, the bottle, the neck pour is different than.
Yeah.
Yeah, the neck pour on this, I didn't dig it. And today, as an experiment, I said, let me try this, and I tried it, and it was not bad.
The little square Jack Daniels single barrel. I noticed that one got better after I opened it.
I'm not sure if I had that one. This is the.
I think they're gonna show. Yeah.
No, it was right on the fucking button, dude, on his nose. But he stayed up he had like a delayed response to that knockdown. That was right on the button, dude.
En el botón.
Straight, kind of overhand, actually kind of like an overhand right. Yeah, right above the eye. Charlo stayed up a couple of seconds.
Right there, I thought he was going to go down.
And he was thinking about it, and then here he said, you know what, I better do that because he's going to, if he tags me up with one more of these. And then here he's like, wait a second, am I getting up, dude? I'm like, yeah, I can get up, right? And then he got up. Well, he gathered himself after that and survived the round, but we're in round 8 now. Let's see what happened in some of these college games that were ongoing earlier. I'm curious about the Alabama game. It's a final. They beat Mississippi 40-17. Is there any other finals since the last time I gave these scores? We already talked about Oregon housing Stanford. Ole Miss 55-49 over LSU. And I guess there's still a couple games ongoing. Washington up 28-17 over Arizona. And Fresno State 14-0 over Nevada. We got 4 rounds of filler here, bro. What are we going to talk about?
Fucking the fight.
This fight?
Yeah.
I don't want to do like a play-by-play because we could get in trouble. So I'm sort of trying to do like a round recap maybe, which they do on blogs and shit like that. We got the next big fight, if you want to call it that. Tyson Fury's fighting Ngannou.
Oh, yeah, that's right. When is that supposed to be?
I think it's like right around Halloween. I don't know. Unless Tyson Fury completely is taking the fight super lightly, Ngannou doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, it's got to be like a fucking...
I take that back. He stands a puncher's chance. If he catches him with a fucking crazy punch, yes, he could knock him out. But Tyson Fury is so fucking talented for a heavyweight that, I mean, it's really, it's not fair. I'm glad Ngannou's getting a payday. He seems like a good guy. Did you see him on Rogan?
No, I didn't watch it.
He explained a lot of the troubles he had with UFC and shit. At this point, Charlo needs to become more active and start going after Canelo. I think Canelo's not even sitting down in between. Okay, we can talk about this.
He got him again.
He got Charlo?
Yeah. Nice on the jaw.
The postseason teams are set. Are the matchups set?
Yeah, I think I'm going to show you. You saw it or no?
No. So these are your clinched playoff teams. We'll do the American League first. Orioles in the East, Twins in the Central, Rangers in the West. Wild card number 1 is the Tampa Bay Rays. Shout out to the Rays. They do that shit with fucking low budget. They always seem to be in it. Astros, fucking cheaters. Hate those fucking guys. Happy for the Blue Jays. I like the city of Toronto. I like the Blue Jays. That's fucking dope. And the Rangers have clinched a playoff berth. They could fall into a wild card and Houston overtake them. I think they're in the same division. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And in the National League, it's completely set. There's no flip flopping. Everybody's set in their spot, I believe. The fucking Braves, who, if I had to pick, I would guess I'd pick them. They had a guy hit 40 homers and steal 70 bases.
Oh, I saw it.
Acuna. But then they also had a guy who hit like 50 something homers and had like 140 RBIs, which would have been like the talk of Major League Baseball because he's on the same team with that other guy.
Oh.
Toronto's getting busier now. Yep. You have the Brewers in the Central National League, the Dodgers in the West. Wild card number 1 is the Phillies. Shout out to the fucking Marlins again. They got wild card number 2. The Marlins had a weird situation a couple nights ago where they were trailing to the Mets in the 8th inning, 1-0. And then they go to the top of the 9th, and the Marlins score 2 runs, but the game gets delayed because of rain. And if the game would have gotten called, the Marlins had gone ahead 2-1, but since the 9th inning had not been completed, they would have reverted to the score in the 8th inning, and they would have lost 1-0, and that would have really affected their playoff chances. I was worried. Everybody was worried about that for a little bit. It ended up not even mattering. They were going to have to go back Monday and finish that half inning in New York. Luckily, now they just get to finish the season out tomorrow and then come back for the playoffs. That would have sucked to have to go play a half inning, but that game's not going to matter. I don't think they're going to have to play that game. I think they're just going to say, fuck it, it doesn't matter anyways. And then the Diamondbacks have the last playoff spot, last wild card in the National League. So Colorado, Remo, Coach Prime, dude, that's crazy what he's been able to do. What did that team win? 1 game last year? And they're, yes, they got blown out last week, but I was mentioning it earlier. They made a furious comeback and lost by 1 touchdown to a very potent, high-scoring USC team, and they kind of gave up just the average of what that team scores, even though they don't have a good defense. What they don't have is depth, obviously, because he hasn't had the years to build up the depth. It's a lot of transfer portal stuff, but I like what I've seen out of his son. Canelo's on the attack. And he's got people interested, man, in that program. The recruiting class is going to be fucking crazy probably for him now, now that some of these kids coming in next year are seeing what they're doing and seeing all the hype and seeing, all the stuff he does. It's only going to help. And college football changes every so often. I mean, look what's happening with Clemson now and with Alabama. They're no longer the top dogs like they had been for so long. Always kind of liked Colorado back in the day. So it's cool, man. I like when new teams or teams come back from being down. The Hurricanes, man. You got to give it up to the Hurricanes too, man. Hurricanes are doing their thing right now. And it's about fucking time. That Charlo got tagged up, man, in that round.
Duke is coming back. They're one of the...
Yeah, dude. I mean, they're coming. They were never here. They're just coming. Did they win today?
I think they probably ended up.
I don't know who won that game. Yeah, dude, the U looks a little bit better. Who won that Duke game? I didn't see that here in the scores. No. Up? These are the ones that are still going on right now. So the ones that are final are below that. Duke was playing Notre Dame. There we go. Mm-hmm. But they only lost by 7, dude. Notre Dame's ranked 11th.
That's their first loss.
Duke's first loss, yeah. It was cool to see him have a big game at home. Good for them, man. That's going to help them too. So they're in round 10. And Canelo's cruising.
Canelo's had him with a few body shots.
To a relatively easy victory, and it's
seventh headlock.
It's getting a little bit more lopsided, right?
Yeah.
The class is starting to show. The power is starting to show. And Canelo is one of the greats. A lot of people say like, "Oh man, he hasn't fought the greats of the greats." I don't know. I want to see him fight Bud Crawford, dude. That's what I want to see. Everybody wants to see. That would be an amazing fight. Boxing lately has given us some good fucking shit, man. Keep it going. Let's go, Canelo. Take the fight. Take the fight with Crawford. Give the people what they want. Let's see who the best is. If you're the best, and they don't talk about Canelo as the pound for pound anymore that much. Let's see who the best is. That will be amazing if we got that fight.
You think Canelo can take him?
Are you gonna smoke a cigar? If not, I'm gonna smoke this. I'll smoke this tiny one. I would take Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
In that fight because
this fight is looking.
Dude, you seen that guy fight Crawford?
No, I didn't watch the last one.
Dude, he is amazing because he'll fight you orthodox, or he'll switch to southpaw, and he's just as effective either way, just as powerful, and just he does every counter punch. It's not one thing. He'll pick what he wants to do that fight. He'll jab you, and it's got a stiff fucking jab. If you fight both ways, you develop both hands are almost your dominant hand. He knocks people out with jabs. It's just amazing, and fucking strong like a fucking ox. I don't know, dude. I'm not seeing Charlo's not into this. I don't think. I think we got into a point here where I'll be impressed if he finishes this fight. Round 11 coming up?
Yep.
So the Dolphins might be picking up Chandler Jones, dude, is what I hear.
Yeah, I'm going to need that experience.
How's your fantasy football going?
Good. 3-0 right now.
Damn, cheers, bro.
Thanks, man.
And you've had some injuries?
Yeah, I have Jigen Dobbins out. He's in IR, and I have Waddle. He was out last week, but nothing major. No major injuries.
Then you've been lucky because a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of injuries.
Yeah. Is that a mouse developing under Charlo's right eye?
I see it.
I don't know if Remo's still out there. Fast food workers out in your state of California, Gavin Newsom on Thursday signed legislation raising the minimum wage for many employees in the restaurant sector to $20 an hour. So you're working at a burger joint, $20?
Pretty good.
I'm probably dropping out, dude. Gonna go work at fucking In-N-Out or whatever they have over there. The regular minimum wage is $15.50.
Yeah.
April 1st of next year. Canelo just threw a haymaker, but he missed. That's pretty good, dude. Even though the cost of living in California is insane.
It's a little up there.
Yeah. Baseball note, Adam Wainwright retiring, 200 wins, and they're talking about that they're not even sure if anybody's ever going to make that. Back in the day when I started watching baseball, it was like 300 wins was the thing. But now, they have pitch counts. Always been high for In-N-Out. 22 starting. Damn. How much is your In-N-Out burger meal, bro? Is it like $15 to get like a number 2 or whatever the fuck it is? Because that's what's going to happen, right? Yeah. You got to start paying people $20. Your meal's going to be $20 probably.
For sure.
Let me know. What's a burger, fries, and a large Coke costing you?
Coca-Cola.
I had that one time.
I never had it.
It was whatever. It was good. Definitely better than like McDonald's and Burger King and shit. I think Charlo's just trying to survive at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
He'll be able to say I didn't get knocked out. That's basically what he's gonna be able to do. $8 to $9. That's it. Oh my god, dude, we go to Burger King here and it's like $10, right?
Yeah.
Taco Bell's like $12.
$10.
Damn,
$12.
it ain't gonna be $8-9 no more, Remo. That's for sure. All right, round 12 coming up. So there's been the one knockdown. That's it.
Yeah. Round 7, I think it was.
The only other note here I have to fill air for the last round is a guy named Paul Hobbs won the grand prize for the 2023 Florida Python Challenge last Friday. They caught 20 Burmese pythons during the 10-day contest, winning $10,000. They had 1,000 participants from 35 states and Belgium competed to collectively catch 209. Damn, they caught fucking 10% of the ones they caught. 209 Burmese pythons. That's his brother. I don't know who the other kid is. They started finding pythons in the Everglades as early as 1979. And I can attest to this when I go out there hunting. Observation of raccoons, opossum, bobcats, rabbits, gray foxes, and white-tailed deer had dropped 85% to 100%. When I started going hunting with my dad in the Everglades, you would always see like small game. We never see any of that shit. I've also never seen a Burmese python, but I don't know if the areas that we go have them less. They like rocky area more, and where we go is way more wetland stuff. I've seen rattlers and moccasin. Another headlock, bro.
It might be in 8.
He's won as many headlocks as rounds.
Oof.
2 minutes left. Charlo's got to empty the tank if he wants a chance. And by empty the tank, I mean knock him out.
Knock him out, yeah. And he can't get up.
Yeah. So these pythons are a problem, dude. There's some theories about that. One, that they escaped from some sanctuary or the zoo. I don't really buy into that. Like, it takes so long for a few snakes to populate. Another theory is that people got them as exotic pets and then they got too big and shit, and then they just let them go.
I believe that.
But then again, I said, if you just let one go, then he's got to find another one, female, that somebody else let go to then meet. That sounds difficult. And then this guy that was on Rogan, they call him Python Cowboy. He has a YouTube channel with some crazy shit on it. Yeah, I don't think he can knock out Canelo, Remo. But that's his only shot here with a minute left. And I really think he's just trying to say, fuck it, I fucking went 12 rounds with Canelo at this point. I gotta tell you though, for all the shit that people were talking, it's not like I'm not like super impressed with Canelo in this fight. So the other theory he had is that there was people who would sell these exotic things, and then they would create they would take them out somewhere and let them loose so they can naturally procreate, like a bunch of them, and then when they sold one, they would go to that area and catch it. So they had a natural breeding ground for the pythons, which that's more believable. All right, guys, the fight is almost over. Once they announce the winner, I think no exit music will just go off the air, and that will be pretty much it for tonight. This fight's over. It's going to be an easy decision for Canelo. Please don't say there'll be a rematch. Please, that's it. Tell me that you're gonna fight Crawford coming up. You'll both make a shitload of money, and the fans will get what they want. All right, bro. All right, Remo. Peace, brother. Thanks for hanging out. Any parting thoughts before we get out of here?
No, man. Shout out Marlins.
Let's fucking go Dolphins tomorrow. Let's fucking go Marlins next week in the playoffs. You never know. They're fucking banged up, but yeah, no, we don't need to see this again. We saw what we had to see. What we want to see is Bud Crawford, Canelo. That's what we want to see. Give us a super fight, like back in the day. Something that everybody, I think, even casuals will probably get excited over that. I know any boxing fan is like fucking salivating for that. So we'll see. All right, bro. Peace, fellas.
What's up, guys?
Later.